Whoops. So, not the fanciest of driving. Luckily I'm live, so it's perfect. How are you, Ryan? Afternoon, folks. Sorry about that, man. Cool. Just got a question through from Pete in Holland. Good evening, Pete. Pete is interested to know if a certain scenario were to unfold at the hyena den site. Now, this specific scenario that Pete is interested in is whether a male lion, now Peter, I'm going to assume a big male lion, fully grown, in his prime, were to arrive at that hyena den site. What would he do? Would he be scared of the two hyena, the mother and the sub-adults? And no, he certainly wouldn't. He wouldn't be remotely scared of those hyena. If there were more adults, potentially, but just one adult and a sub-adult with those three cubs, he would charge in there without a worry in the world and try and catch and kill whichever one he can get his paws onto. If he managed to catch all five of them and kill them, he would. That's not likely. He would probably catch one, maybe two, and in all likelihood the smaller ones. There is very fierce competition between all of the carnivores and predators out here, and they will all do the same to one another. The lion will kill leopard cubs, hyena cubs, and because they are usually the biggest and most dominant out of those, the carnivores, they will be able to kill everything below them. But a leopard would do the same, and a hyena would do the same. When lion cubs are born, they will be left alone when their mother may go out to hunt. And in those periods where they are left alone, tiny little fur balls, often incapable of moving for the first couple of weeks of their life, if a hyena came across them or a leopard came across them, it would kill them. Not for food, and often they kill them and leave them. Not all the time. Sometimes they will feed on them. But they may simply kill them to eliminate competition. And again, it's important to understand that all of the predators will do the equal thing to one another. Perfect timing. Wonderful, thank you. I just heard a go-away bird let off one or two alarm calls. It could simply be talking to a friend. It's nothing too intense, but I have decided just to switch off and increase our chances of finding whatever it is that go-away bird may have alarmed at. And you'll notice it's a beautiful still evening, not a breath of wind. The cool breeze I was talking about earlier was the result of us being in an open vehicle. But it's a beautiful still evening, and even the birds have gone quiet. Except for the go-away bird, of course, that we just heard calling. But in general, it's very quiet. Okay, quick link. That's the call from Nikki, so we need to get across the bend. See you later.
Welcome back, guys. I know a lot of you are asking what was the update with Kunyuma. And he's sleeping probably about 30, no, maybe not that far, 20 meters from where the remnants of that baboon kill are in the tree. There's not much left. I didn't have a proper look, but there's very little left in the tree. And he looks like he's a fat, happy cat. I'm very happy, as most of the regular viewers know. This is my favorite leopard, and he's prone to moments of madness like me, which makes him all the more fun. So it's going to be worth spending a bit of time here now. As it gets cooler, you might move down towards the water for a drink. At least I know I'm not the only one who gets annoyed by the flies. You can see his ears flicking quite rapidly. Looks like he's either more than likely heard something. There are quite a few buffalo bulls in the area. He doesn't look too perturbed with whatever he heard. As we were driving up, I did see a pushback 100 meters away. Oh, there we go. Nice yawn. Not many better ways to spend Good Friday afternoon than sitting with a young male leopard. Oh, there we go. As I said, unfortunately for us sitting here, we are directly downwind. It's probably not going to be the most pleasant smell for the next minute. I think he got bitten by an ant or something, or he could just be being Kunyuma. Something got him. I think it was and maybe what has he got there? I can't see it. I'm going to sit up a little bit. I think he might have got bitten by an insect or an ant. And that's Kunyuma. Wouldn't be the same if he didn't. So I think that little growl at us was more from embarrassment than anything else. Unfortunately, I know there's a branch in the way, but he is so close, I'm not going to move the vehicle or try and move the branch with my hand. So you just have to bear with us for a few minutes. I don't think he'll probably get up again quite shortly and move. We are very, very privileged to be able to spend time with an animal like this and be so close to him. $10 meters. Copy next. Which repeater are we on? Are we on Gary or Viatella? Okay, copy. I'm not sure why it's doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and move forward an inch. It looks like everyone else is leaving, so we've timed our arrival perfectly. We've got him all to ourselves. No problem. Oh, it's a tired kitty.
Welcome back, everybody. And yes, we are going backwards, but it's for a good reason, and it's not often that I drive around in reverse. But in a few moments, you'll understand why. So just bear with me for a moment as I get us into position. And just to keep you updated on what we've been doing, we had actually stopped in an area quite close to There's the smallest one, and here it comes trundling through. Oh, look at how cute that is. And apologies, well done VM there, great camera work. It is one of those things out here that does happen from time to time, so just bear with us, and I'm sure Nikki will get to the bottom of the problem. Now, because it is very thick here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do quite a big leap around to another road, and we're going to wait for them there to pop out. I think that's our best bet. With the breeding herd with such small babies, it is important for us to be very sensitive. We don't want to get the mothers agitated at all, because there's nothing that you want less than an angry elephant mother, because they can cause some serious damage to you. Even though they are relaxed, we are going to just err on the side of caution, and rather than forcing tiny little glimpses, we are going to take a chance and loop ahead. I'm fairly certain they're going to pop out at a spot called Philemon's Dip. It's an area where I've seen elephants drinking on numerous occasions. Sadly now, though, there is no water at Philemon's Dip, so they may be able to dig into the sand within the riverbed to get to the water table, and that is something that elephants are known to do, especially at this time of the year when water sources begin to dry out. They'll dig into the sandy riverbeds with their trunk, and that way access the water below the water table. You may hear a generator running. That generator powers the borehole in this little house up to the left, and that is how we get our water. From a borehole. Now, because we actually are a little bit of a way off from the elephants, I'm almost tempted. Let me just stop and actually listen for a moment, and depending on how quickly those elephants are moving towards us, we'd potentially be able to hear them approaching. Or, if Brent's signal's stabilized, we could maybe go back to him. It sounds like there is an increase in Brent's signal strength, so we're going to take a chance and cut back to him in the hope that Kunyuma provides you with some entertainment while these elephants make themselves towards us.
Welcome back, guys. We just had to do a quick reboot. Hopefully our loss of picture has been fixed. We're still sitting with Kunyuma. I'm hoping as it gets darker and cooler, he's going to jump, well, not jump up, but move up and start heading down towards where there's some water. But at the moment, he is a very relaxed yeti, and still very, very close to our vehicle. You can see we've almost got that above shot. That's how how close he is to the vehicle. If you zoom out there, Romeo, you can have a look. We might even get, there we go, you can see the edge of my camera lens now in shot. So he's very, very close to the vehicle.
I don't think they can see your camera lens.
Oh, there.
Nope, still can't see it.
Maybe. I'm seeing it on the monitor.
Yo, you've got good eyes. It's just so much camera, I can't believe it.
Oh. So there's quite a lot of questions coming through about, yes, hello. Quite a few questions coming through about the baboon that he caught, and whether it was dangerous for him and how big was the baboon. The baboon didn't look like it was a big adult male, a female, but I mean it's always dangerous for a leopard, especially to hunt baboon, because they have been known to defend against leopards by using a mobbing technique, and a large male baboon's canines are longer than a lion's. Okay, he's coming. I think he might be heading down to drink, or maybe going up to finish what very little is left of that baboon. I'm going to go to the other side of the... Oh, there's a hyena arriving as well. If you zoom out a little bit, you see there's... We've lost... I don't know if it's cable. Alright, we're back.
I've got it on my side.
Wow, that was incredible, guys. See, because it's quite a small hyena, I thought he might try something with the hyena. Now, a bigger male like Mvula or Tingana might have actually chased off the hyena, but he's still not fully grown. He's still not far away. He's about 10 meters behind the hyena, keeping an eye on him. The hyena's busy crunching up a piece of leftover baboon. So Kunyuma still hasn't moved from the spot he stopped when that hyena chased him. Now he's coming back towards us. hear the bones crunching. So where you see the lights is, that's Kunyuma coming back. Just gone behind the tree now, so I can't see him at the moment. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we're just going to stand by for now with questions. It looks like he's actually stalking the hyena again. He might go up the tree. Move back a tiny bit. There we go. So we can now see them both quite clearly. And now we've got a buffalo coming to join us as well. He's still quite far off for now, and we'll just stay with these two. He's completely nutty. That is why I enjoy this leopard so much. Yeah, that was incredible, guys. Unbelievable, amazing. So let's see if I can still see him. So he tried to actually give the hyena a fight by just doing a sort of almost a, if we were tracking leopard on foot, sometimes leopard do that to you as a warning charge, just sort of growl and hit the ground like that. I can still see him. We'll keep an eye on him, but there's a buffalo now walking towards the hyena. I don't think the hyena is going to win this one. And he's on his way back behind us as well. So if you hear a bit of bumping, I just need to change the camera lens quickly. Everything's happening so close that my big lens is too close for me to actually catch the action. We're still watching Kunyuma, he hasn't moved. Yeah, we've still got visual, he's just behind the vehicle, making his way back towards us. So we can see Kunyuma, guys, don't worry. But I just think we're going to stick with the buffalo and the hyena for the next little bit. So we'll just show you where he is quickly. But the buffalo is coming back for the hyena. So we're going to, oh, there we go, he's just chased the hyena. So we're going to, and now the hyena is between, Kunyuma's dropped right down to the grass. It's all going on, we don't know which way to point the camera. So the hyena's right here. Kunyuma's behind us, or to the right of us. The buffalo is having a head scratch to the left of us. There we go. We're sort of in the spot in the middle at the moment. that looks like quite a nice little head scratch. Kunyuma's is lying down now. Just zoom in on his bum cheek. So that, Kunyuma got a scratch on the back of the hyena. You see that fresh wound there when he chased up. I think that was probably from the first time. So that fresh blood there, that's from Kunyuma where he got hold of the hyena. Turns around, might be able to see them again. And they don't waste much, do they? Even the tiniest little bones. Next buffalo is all the Franklins making lots of noise. Not taking so many chances with the next buffalo. I think let's come to the buffalo because he's probably going to walk straight into where Kunyuma's lying if he carries on this line. To give you an idea, Kunyuma's there, guys. Just go a bit wider, just in case they run. So, but what you'll probably find with Kunyuma is he might just lie flat and let the buffalo, which he's done, walk straight past him. So there he is there. And he's about 4 meters from the buffalo, but he's just keeping his head down. So there's the buffalo there. There's Kunyuma. We're not going to move right now because we've got another 4 buffalo. Oh wait, come. Oh, quickly, onto the buff. He smelled something and now came charging in here at high speed. There we go, buffalo chasing hyena now. Shame. This poor hyena is just getting it in from all sides. Cheeky young leopard, biting him on the bum. Buffalo won't let him eat his little bits of baboon. But being a hyena, I'm sure, will persevere. Apparently there's some speculation on Twitter whether this is the mother from the den. I don't think so. There's no sign of lactation on this hyena. And it doesn't look as old as the two mothers from the den. Yep, chasing the hyena out of the bush. Shame. Hyena ran off to our left. Kunyuma still to our right, and there's two buffalo. If you go across to the left slightly there, just between the two trees. So that buffalo is actually smelling, trying to find out, come across.
Which way are we going?
Hyena's popped up back right next to us. Kunyuma is now having a steer off with two buffalo bulls. There's another three coming. And if he's not careful, there's another one coming up behind him. So there's buffalo everywhere around him at the moment. He's going chased up a tiny little tree. We're just going to move to get into a better position. So he's going up the smallest bush willow possible. I mean, when all the buffalo are chasing each other, he's looks sharp in the top. He is about as high in the tiniest tree possible as you could get. Let's try to come around and have a look. It's amazing where a leopard can go when under duress. Look, there we go. He's stuck in the thicket of this tiny little tree. And there are 4 buffalo around him, and you can hear them grunting their displeasure. This has been incredible, guys. Absolutely amazing. So our buffaloes. There's one there. Another one there. And they look like they're chasing each other. And they look like they're chasing each other. So the oh, excuse me. So the reason the buffalo are behaving like this is that they just don't particularly like the presence of predators around them. So they would rather chase and make sure the predators... Oh, he made a mistake. The buffalo was nearly leaving. Then he moved his foot. He's trying to find a more comfortable... Just come a bit wider. A more comfortable position. That cannot be comfortable. So the bright light there, that's where Kunyuma is, and it looks like the buffalo are going to leave him now. Buffalo might be scratching his... We can't see from where we are, but from the movement of the tree, it looks like the buffalo might be scratching his horns on the tree. Well, on the next door tree. You can see it's not a very comfortable spot for a leopard to be. So you might try to come down. Him? Where is he? Is he directly behind me? Reverse stop?
Reverse, I'll go left hand down now.
Left hand down. Cool. You might climb the tree. Let's try to get around in time. Get ready. Oh. Just gonna move into a better position, guys. Hein is back, and he's up. And he's being a proper true to Kunyuma self. Snarling a little bit down at the hyena. Still watching the hyena quite intently. It's been all action our chat this afternoon. Hyena's still sniffing about. To our right, you might hear the walking in the grass. Looks like he might go up a bit further. Pop up into that fork shortly. Move it a little bit further back. Doesn't look like he's gonna feed. I'm just gonna rest. Still a bit of meat left. And he's lying up just to the side. See if we can get a nice view of him and the moon. But I think it's only going to have to be him. Hyena's back. There we go, that's it. So there we go, I got the leopard and the moon. Don't really get much better than this. Just go onto the hyena's bum quickly while the bum's facing us. Let's see if we can see a bit more of that. Here we go. Where you got probably a claw by the looks of things. Let's get a little bit of fresh blood there. Kunyuma's just moved his head slightly, watching the hyena. Buffalo incoming on the hyena again. And Mr. Yeah, the buffalo having a scratch in the bush behind us. Oh, and a move again quickly. He's jumped up towards the carcass. Good evening, Trisha. Trisha would like to know if the buffalo attacked and possibly hurt the leopard, would we interfere? Trisha, we would not. We live in a wild ecosystem, and sometimes animals get killed by animals. So if the buffaloes happen to attack the leopard, we wouldn't interfere. We would stand by and observe. The various animals, and they were concentrating on each We can't see it very clearly because of the position he's in, but he's actually pulling fur off the baboon, and I can see it falling down to the ground. So leopards do that quite often. They'll remove the fur from what are they feeding off before they start eating the meat. Even after doing that, they still do eat a lot of fur, and you can see it either comes out in their feces or in sort of hairballs. There we go, now we can hear him crunching some bones. A precarious spot he's in. There we go, he's moving the carcass. A hyena's heard him moving and chewing and has appeared back below. I think we might get a bit of view if I go slightly back. There's actually eating the head at the moment. Let me just flip. So when
If I shine, then the shadow won't be in his face. A little bit more forward. There we go. Pass the torch back there, please.
cool. Chewing his nose. You can actually hear him chewing through the sort of nasal cavity at the moment. You hear that crunch, crunch, crunch. That's sort of that soft, thinner bone that would be in the baboon's nasal cavity. So it's difficult to see how old the baboon is, especially when half it is missing, but it looks like it probably was an adult female. The way he probably got it, she's probably straggling towards the edge of the troop. Or the other thing is he might have caught her at night when baboons are at a great disadvantage to the leopard. Let's have a close look. And you can see that whole frontal nose bit's gone now. That's what he was chewing on earlier. Looks like he's actually trying to possibly get into the brain cavity shortly. Now it's fascinating to watch because off hominids for probably around 2 million years. Jason, it's not funny. They really did eat our ancestors. A bit of focus there.
Sorry.
There we go. There are hominoid fossils from around Johannesburg that actually have there's a hominoid child skull from I think it's Stakfontein or Gladysvale that has actually got puncture marks from a leopard. I can't remember the exact age of that. Yeah, a leopard on a baboon kill. Nice shot, Jason. Oh, he nearly lost it there for a second. Hyena got excited underneath him. He's moving to a different feeding spot. Copy that.
Copy.
Move again.
Forward.
I think your only angle is going to be right next to me. There's sort of one hole through to where he's feeding.
Actually, could you go forward a little bit more? Left.
There.
There we go. Sweeps. Yeah.
This is an incredible sighting. I mean, stand by for a second to see what he does. Unfortunately, if he does start feeding that way again like he was earlier, all we see is his rear end. It is quite a fine rear end, but still much rather see the front end. And it looks like Jason's got the giggles for the third time this evening. Bit to the right. So, do you want me to pass this to me? got to my left again. You should be able to get a decent visual. I know what we saw earlier is quite macabre, and especially because, and even what we're seeing now, if you go a little bit wider, the baboons, where's my other torch? Hand. And I know it is quite macabre, but this is nature. Waterbuck. Africa and animals and that, but when actually out here it is quite a harsh reality. Things do die, and they do die regularly, and they die for something else to survive. And sometimes it can be quite difficult for us as people with our emotions to watch. It can be very, very cruel. So guys, I know they really do out of time. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes. Just spend another minute or two watching him, see what happens, see if he maybe moves the baboon into a slightly better position again. Otherwise, I think good evening, Vivian from Canada. Good evening. after it's plucked a lot of that hair, it will try to lick some of the hair off the spot it wants to feed. Out of the kill. Well, okay guys, absolutely fantastic evening. It's been a completely amazing day. We've been thoroughly spoiled. 3 different leopards, very brief view of the lions, but still nevertheless always nice to see the lions. Nice to know that the Nkumas are looking a little bit healthier than the last time I saw them. But Scott and VM have closed down, so they'd also say goodnight. And then from Jason, myself and Nixon in FC, it's been an absolutely amazing drive. I just can't get out how amazing tonight's drive was. And I can't wait to do it all again in the morning, and so hopefully you'll join us. Have a fantastic evening.